You are listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
No Invite Podcast, Season 3, Episode 53, The Progression. You already know what it is. We here. It's a dolo shot, y'all. It's just me. Everybody got lives to live, things to do, so we can't always expect everybody to be here, but you got me and all my personalities, all my multiple personalities, so I'm gonna hold you down for this episode. I hope everything's well. Hope y'all been having a good week. It feels like a long-ass time since the last time we dropped the podcast, but we literally only dropped it last Tuesday. We drop every fucking Tuesday for anybody that's new that don't know. So make sure that when you guys go subscribe to us at your favorite podcasting platform, that you guys go and you make sure you write a review, leave us a rating, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. That's how we get our things out there ranked amongst other podcasts, in the world that's we call podcasting Thunderdome. It's always good to be ranked high. You feel me? Because that rank could mean a lot. And it could start a lot and it could end a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. You know what I mean? Shout out 21 Savage. But we here. I'm here. I'm Blaze One Diz. In case y'all didn't know, a lot of people call me Blaze. And I can't complain. We are in full October mode for sure, right? And this time of the month is always, this month in general has always been very difficult for me. A lot of shit has been going on. And, I just, it's kind of weird because I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's my favorite time of the year and it's also my, It's my favorite time of year and it's also my not favorite time of the year. It's the best way I could describe it because of all the shit that has gone on in this time frame. I lost a lot of friends. In a short stretch. So, it's very somber, but at the same time, before all this loss, in my life, in the life of all my friends, because it's not just me, it's our friends, you know what I'm saying? So our circle of friends have lost a lot during this time. But for me, before that, this used to be my favorite time of the year. And like I said, that's why it's weird, because at the same time, on one hand, I know that there's a lot of anniversaries, a lot of people that passed away and stuff like that, that's a constant reminder. You never forget shit like that. But at the same time, it's also, I used to like this time of the year, so much going on. Baseball still popping, football still going on, the weather change. If y'all know me, I don't fuck with the heat like that. I like it to be cold. So, the cold weather is always welcome for me. So this is like the start of all that. So in one hand, it's good. In the other hand, it's bad. I guess, that's life. You got to take the good with the bad. My October so far has been great. I've been sitting back just analyzing and looking at all the crazy shit. Like I said, it seems like a long time since the last time we did a podcast, but it's only been a week. And since then, hella shit didn't happen. But we're gonna talk about, for instance, like, I don't know how y'all were or how y'all new generation was feeling when the whole Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp shut down. I know a lot of y'all were losing your brain, your mind. What can I do? No, what am I gonna do? No one can see what I'm eating for lunch, or no one's gonna see me freestyle in the house and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. All the bad bitches couldn't post selfies and shit. It was getting real, and even for somebody that grew up in the between eras, in the era where we didn't have social media and the era that we do now, and the internet is, we had internet for years, obviously, but it's really like a thing, and the way that people communicate now is way different, right? So to me, it was weird because at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, I go to Instagram for a lot of my news, for a lot of my entertainment during the day. Like, we don't watch TVs no more like we used to. You dig what I'm saying? It's fucking all in your hands right now. So all the shit that we watch, that we views on hand. So when that happened, motherfuckers went to, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them dudes that went running to Twitter so I could talk shit about Instagram. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like, and it's funny because it's like a lot of people were like all the hardcore Twitter motherfuckers, right? They was in full, yeah, you know how motherfuckers be like, oh, he ain't authentic, he ain't for real, he's You know what I'm saying? We been doing this shit. You know, y'all just started like they was on that hype. They was trying to little bro motherfuckers coming from Instagram trying to see what their Twitter was doing while Instagram and Facebook was down and shit. So I went on there, the real hardcore Twitter heads were, you know, they were talking that shit. I know a lot of people were losing their fucking mind because another thing though, the other aspect to this shit, right? When big platforms like that go down, it's like everybody doesn't just use them for their amusement. There's a lot of people that use them to market and sell things. And when that shit's down, that's like, fuck, you start to realize that a lot of stuff that we do fucking relies on Instagram and Facebook running, you know, because even me, I got a clothing business, you feel me? I got a clothing business and other little small businesses that I try to run, and Instagram and Facebook, man, that's just a big part of it. Because now it's like, damn, okay, so all these people, yeah, even though I've known them for years and I may not hang out with them or nothing on a daily basis, but like, how the fuck I'm gonna get a hold of them now and show them my new shit? How are my customers that only know me from fucking Instagram, how the fuck are they gonna get some new shit? So to me, on the business tip, it was whack. It was also kind of funny on the other side because you see how some people were acting. They were getting kind of desperate. And you know, always remember, if nothing else, the internet never fails you when it comes to the memes. The memes were top of the line. You name it, they had it out there. You know what I'm saying? They were going in on everybody from the Facebook, Instagram crowd to Mark Zuckerberg himself. And you know, they say out of crisis, you know, good things do come out of it, and that was one of them. So, you know, I survived. You know, I was safe, you know what I mean, during the whole blackout, you dig? So I just wanted to make sure I checked in with y'all on the podcast and let y'all know, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be okay. It's not that serious, but it is. It's just you gotta get your hustle out after that. Now you're like, yo, I wish I had excuse me. Don't mind me. But you're like, damn, like, how the fuck, think about it. If Facebook, Instagram just fell off the face of the earth right now, how the fuck are we gonna get a hold of a lot of these people that we only really talk to through Instagram and Facebook? As much you hate to admit it, we rely on a lot of this shit. You dig what I'm saying? What's up? Shout out Kazi, man, on the live right now. Knowing by podcast, I got the live jumping off. You know, you guys are always welcome to give us some feedback on the shit. I'm in the studio right now. I'm doing a solo episode. No one was able to make it today. People got responsibilities. Some people got shit to do. They got lives to live, and I understand that. So count on me to hold you down. But anyways, it's episode 53. It's season 3. The progression. Everything's been going good, been going smooth. We about to get our Zoom up because I like to have people in studio to do these podcasts when I have guests and shit out. But the problem with that is that a lot of times for scheduling reasons or whatever, people can't get away or they're on the go. You know, I can't get them when I want to, and I have a lot of fucking people that I'm not even gonna hold you, a lot of guests that I've been trying to get in there with, but you know, we're at the studio, we try to keep it limited as much as possible just based on the whole Rona shit. That shit's real as motherfucker, whether you believe it in or not. That shit real, so we try to give it, you know what I mean? I already had it once, I ain't trying to have it again, you dig? Once is good enough for me. So we're gonna keep it moving like we always do. That part of the podcast where we get into the here and now. And the here and now is basically where we just chop up a few of the top headlines from the past week. Nothing major, nothing crazy, nothing too fancy. You give you some perspective on it. Since it's me by myself, I feel like I'm gonna go on a fucking rant. But what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, it's just me. Somebody got to do it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna fire up my little shit. You know what I mean? Just so I could so I could fuck up this podcast, because I feel like when I'm high, I really be just stuttering more than I normally do. So I'm spark up one of these things. Here and now. All right, we're gonna get it moving. So, serial killer in New Jersey gets 160 years for luring women on a dating app, later murdering them. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's wild to begin with that a motherfucker, that there's still serial killers nowadays, but apparently that there is. I mean, when you're fucking psycho don't take a fucking week off, you dig? But he got 137. He got 160 years. How many women did he kill? Serial killer. That means it's more than like 2. You dig? And I didn't really do a lot of shit on it, but he got caught because obviously he was working off of his phone. big fucking surprise. You feel me? Talking about phones. As much access as we want to have with other people, they have access to you too. Just know that. But he got caught, and his cell phone records show that he was in the locations of where the people disappeared and when there were the bodies were dumped. So, he really should get the firing squad. You feel me? They really should just smoke this motherfucker, right? Just bad out. They should let the family have him. But since he's gone, whatever. But that just lets you know right there on a sidebar. That lets you know right there. They could find you wherever you're at. It don't matter if all your fucking settings are off on your phone. You know what I'm saying? So when you're out there doing crazy shit, just know that they know. And they ain't gonna do nothing until they feel that it's time for them to do something. You dig? Stupid motherfucker should have got more time. Not more time, but he should have got like 5 minutes with the family, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, it is what it is, and it ain't what it used to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this shit could apply to anybody and everybody. Please be safe when you're doing these fucking dating apps, Facebook, whatever, Instagram. You say they're not dating apps, they're fucking dating apps. People are trying to get at people on these fucking apps. Y'all gotta be fucking safe. Do not let, you gotta just be safe, man, because there's, like I said, crazy don't sleep. So this motherfucker right here, he sick ass motherfucker. Unfortunately, these dating apps made it easy for him. Made it easy for him to do shit. The piece of shit got caught, but still, at the end of the day, you can't get them lives back. You know what I mean? People lost their lives, women lost their lives and shit. So, y'all be careful what you do on your cell phone, how much access and information that you give other people and you give the world. Because you'd be surprised how much I know about people that I never met in my life just by watching their fucking story and their Instagram. And it's not like I'm a fucking stalker or nothing, but when you're on Instagram and you're on these social media sites and you're posting a lot of your personal shit, you could give the wrong person some ammunition. You know what I'm saying? You could easily, you know what I mean, put the wrong person into your life and fuck shit up. We got somebody that wants to be on the live. You gotta text me first if you want to be on the live. I'm just not gonna put you on because we're recording an actual podcast. So what you trying to talk about? If you know what I mean. If you're not a robot, because I don't know. Like I said, people come on the live and I don't know if you for real or if you just an account or whatever. Might be trying to sell a nigga some jerseys or something. But yeah, that shit's wild. So it is what it is, ladies. Y'all gotta be careful out there. I say men too, because men are gullible as fuck. And they ain't no telling. You never know what the fuck. We're gonna keep it moving. Tesla is in the news. Tesla just paid $137 million to a former employee in Owen Diaz in a racism case. Now, y'all already know my stance when it comes to racism and all that bullshit. That shit don't fly. That shit gets no play in this ride. You feel me? But I'm not gonna lie. $137 million, bro. I'm gonna have to let y'all fucking treat me bad at Tesla for a while too. Like, I know he went through a lot of shit, and I'm very compassionate to what he went through because I've experienced racism in my life. But yo, you gonna talk crazy to me? I don't care. Let's get paid, baby. I'll holler at one of my, you know what I mean? Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? $137 million is a lot, bro. And that lets you know that what's it called? Fool. That Tesla a fool because he don't give a fuck. What's his name again? Elon Musk, like, fuck it, pay this motherfucker. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that, well, I'm not sure because I don't know how these motherfuckers, so when I say I'm sure, it's really I'm not sure. Because these motherfuckers, you don't know how they run their business. You don't know if he was allowing it, he even knew, or had anything to do with it or didn't, you know what I'm saying? He probably just threw him $137 million, yo. That's a lot. Motherfuckers is losing their lives out here. This is crazy, because, and this is a good thing, though. I'm not like judging or nothing. It's a good thing in that you know, but it's like, yo, motherfuckers lose their lives, sue the city, sue the motherfucking government and shit in other places. They barely get like $1 million, $1.5 million, you know what I mean? That's probably why Tesla's fucking leaving California. He's like, you know what, god damn it, let me go to a fucking state where everybody's fucking racist, because they're moving to Texas, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my Texas people. I know that everybody ain't racist out there, but y'all gotta keep it real. Y'all got a lot of racist motherfuckers out there though. You know what I mean? Now Cali do too, but we open-minded out here. You could call us liberals or whatever. We just really on some don't fuck with me, I ain't fucking with you type shit. You know what I mean? And we trip just like y'all trip. You know what I mean? But I fuck with Texas. No disrespect to Texas, but you know y'all got a lot of racist motherfuckers out there. You know what I mean? So Tesla is planning to move. I'm sure paying $137 million ain't never on his radar, but at the same time, let's not act like $137 million is really hurting Tesla at all either, okay? Motherfuckers make a lot of money off their cars alone, and baby boy a billionaire, so what difference do it make to him? He's probably like, take this, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, I'm not saying that he knew and he was with that shit. He might not, he might not even be on that hype, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like, you know you wrong if you paying that much motherfucking money. You know y'all were out of pocket. So shout out to Owen Diaz, man. You know what I'm saying? Invest your money, spend it right. You know, we don't want to hear about you fucking going out in the fucking, you know what I'm saying, in a hotel room with hella alcohol, some blow, and your heart gave out on you because you were doing too much. You dig what I'm saying? Sparky, what's up, man? We doing a podcast right now. What's up? Talk to me. Text me. What you talking about? You know what you on? Because we talking that shit right now. We talking about dude that got paid, from Tesla. It's a good look, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Get your money, get your coins up, and like I said, do something with that. Don't let us find out that you OD'd in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, in Las Vegas with hella hookers and blow, and you know what I'm saying? You wasted all your money. You ended up done for. You was on the strip, you dig? Don't let me find that out. And I'm saying that because I don't know. When people come into money a lot, you hear them stories and shit. It ain't really got nothing to do with the person. It's just you just don't know. You know what I mean? So for real, right? Exactly. Yeah, he gonna act the fool. I mean, once again, I'm only speaking from a Bay Area person's perspective. He's from out here somewhere. I already know. You know what I mean? I already know. Now, hopefully you would think you want to give people the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, you're going to, what is it you're going to do? You're going to do this, you're going to do that. You're going to, live right, live clean with all that. But come on now, $137 million. You went from Tesla to working in Tesla to, you know what I mean, $137 million. Don't know what the taxes is going to be on that. I'm sure it's going to be crazy, but he's still going to have a nice chunk of change. So we're going to see. We're going to have to keep y'all posted, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We might be giving another headline on this motherfucker or talking about something else. You never know, but, blessings to him. Hopefully he makes his money and he makes good decisions. Facebook, the whistleblower. I know y'all seen that shit. For real. That's a fact. Trust me, I know. But, I mean, damn, I don't know. Like, to me, $137 million, I got shit I want to do. And I want to make that money make money. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not just going to be like sitting there just spending it, buying cars every year and doing stupid shit. And like, I want that money to make money. So if I was to be able to get some shit like that, that's the angle I would take it with, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, Facebook whistleblower. I know y'all seen it right before the outage. She was talking crazy about Facebook and how they know that their platform gets used to manipulate a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I know y'all noticed the theme of all these things that we talk about, right? So, but they're using their platform for a lot of foul shit. They were saying it's detrimental to young girls' what do you call that? Just psyche overall. The mental health and shit it causes depression and a lot of other different shit. And she was saying that it's used to they would put Facebook in other countries that knew they were gonna have turmoil so they could help spread fake news faster. So, and I always tripped on that. It's like, how the fuck y'all got, like, certain countries, how the fuck y'all got Facebook? You motherfuckers don't even got plumbing. Be on the phone and shit. It's like, hold on, like, you dig what I'm saying? So they were using that because really, that's how they make their money. The more people that are on their platform subscribe, whatever the case may be. Yeah, it is all about money making, and the more they could sell that fucking advertisement money, the more money they get. And let's face it, dude is a billionaire because of Facebook. So, you know what I mean? And Facebook is enormous, obviously, But I've been saying for a while, I've been telling people, it's like my son wasn't able to get actually like social media until he was like 16. And I kind of still feel like that was too early. You know, because, and I have to talk to him. We chop it up about that type of shit because he'll hit me with some stuff and I'll be like, don't get too worked up over one thing that you just read or hear about, because that's how this shit works. They provoke you to feel in some kind of way, to get on there, get into the argument, get into the debate, get online, you know, express your opinion. And what it does is that shit that you would never really be upset about, you're upset about now. You dig what I'm saying? You see things, you're like, whatever. You're exposed to a lot, you know? So we talk about that type of shit because I really feel that it's not Facebook is a good thing for making money. It's a good thing for connecting with people, but it's not a good thing when you use it to try to have to try to build your self-esteem. It's not a good thing when they have algorithms that they develop that show people, they try to guess basically what you like based off the videos that what you watch. So they have a formula that tries to send more shit like that. So you could look at one wrong thing that you don't really like and agree with, be like, I'm good. And next thing you know, it's feeding you more of that similar shit. And it's feeding you more of that. And you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So this shit's kind of wild. Exactly. Too much, too fast. It's not and shout out to Sparklicious 415. She's on here talking some real shit on the live. But yeah, it exposes kids to too much, too fast. It fucks with their self-esteem. It builds big ass egos. Yeah, and my thing is that I don't lie to my kid. I never lie to my kid, but it's like Sparky said, it's like you can't give them too much too fast. As they grow, you explain things to them so they understand how things work, and do your best to not expose them to too much too fast, because you don't know what the outcome can be. You know what I mean? You want them to have their childhood. You want them to have, you want them to have, what's it called? You feel me? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna log back on. But yeah, you want them to have a childhood. So you want your kids to not have to see so much and not have to go through so much like too early. It's like, come on, everything ain't for everybody. You know, let them know that when they become adults, let them find out the adult shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you could tell them that, you know, you can prepare them for some stuff, but some stuff they don't need to know. You know what I mean? They don't need to know some stuff. It's not for everybody to see. You feel me? That's what I say, and I continue to say with the social media shit. Everything ain't for everybody. You know, you can't continue to put everything out there for everyone to know you. That's how people get stalked by these serial killers on dating apps and stuff like that, because people put too much on there and put too much trust in these motherfucking apps, to be honest with you. So it's a crazy thing. Please don't let your kids have Facebook, I guess it would say. Don't let your kids, I mean, it's up to you, whatever, if you feel like your kid can handle it. But I really feel like I've read and I've seen other things where they talk about this, and a lot of experts are saying like 10, 15, 20 years from now, we might even be saying like, why did we ever give this to our kids? You dig what I'm saying? And I know I've said that, I probably repeat myself all the time, but being somebody that isn't born in it, isn't immersed in it, I was born outside of that time and watched it come into play where it is now. You know, you could tell the difference. You dig what I'm saying? Hopefully the mic is better for you, pimp. But we're going to keep it moving. The last one, like I said, it's a theme with today's fucking here and now topics. You know, the theme with this one is the TikTok slap the teacher trend. And I guess a girl already did it. I read an article where a girl already did it and she not only did she slap her teacher, but she slapped her disabled teacher. And I think she was 18, so she fucking up all the way around, because now she not going to juvenile hall. Well, I don't know exactly where they took her, but if you 18 around here in California, because this was in another state, so out here in California, you 18, you assault somebody, you're going to jail. You're not going to the juvenile hall. You're not going to just to the police station and getting let go. You assault motherfuckers, they gonna throw you out. You 18? Oh yeah, you want to hit people? Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There are plenty of people that hit in jail, and that's how they feel. You know, and at the same time, it's like, okay, first of all, you could tell this person was still a child because, children are doing stupid. That's childish shit. You feel what I'm saying? So obviously she was still thinking like a child, even though she's 18. She's 18 though, so you would think she knows better. But at the same time, you don't know. Once again, people are following these social media things a little too close. It's like, come on, man. I don't give a fuck how cool what is, whatever. Don't be on there doing things that could get you caught. If you're hustling, don't show your hustle on Instagram. If you got guns and you know you don't own them like that, don't be showing them on Instagram. Shit like that, you know what I mean? Because it's trendy and cool. People think that shit's cool. That shit is not cool. It's cool like you see people do it that own their guns legally. You see people that are real entrepreneurs that are out there and they got their bands and they got their weight up. See, people confuse that with what they're doing. And it's two different things. You feel me? It's all right to stunt, but everything ain't for everybody. Same thing with these trends. It's okay to do the trends. I mean, if you're young, you like to do that shit, that's what you do. That's cool. But don't do nothing that's going to get your ass locked up. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. Don't give people ammunition, y'all. You know, as much as we want to say that we get targeted a lot of times we do stupid shit too. And the thing that I try to teach my son, and it's like, yo, think what you do, because what you do, the magnitude of what you do might be different than somebody else. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody else could get way less time based on their circumstances compared to you. You know, when unfortunately for the folks out there, you know what I'm saying, the black and brown and the poor, you know, the odds are against you, my friend. In case no one told you, in case your partner didn't tell you, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? The odds are against you. You know, it doesn't make it impossible. You just gotta work harder. That's it. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them people to play the victim role. We could get out there. You could do what you gotta do, but just know that because you are who you are at times, not the whole time, but at times, you know, certain circumstances, shit will be held against you. You know. You will see a few more obstacles in the way than somebody else might get. You know what I mean? But that's life. Until all that shit changes, our hustle got to be times 2. You know? So whatever it is you guys out there doing, just know that you got to outwork people twice. Because if not, they definitely not throwing it in your lap. All these new artists and everything that been out there, they've been doing their thing. They're brand new. You just heard about them. Trust me, they've been grinding somewhere, bro. They've been somewhere grinding, getting better, perfecting their craft. And just because most people are discovering them now, that doesn't mean that they ain't been back there the whole time working, and probably working double time. You dig what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to keep it moving. That was the Here and Now, Knowing by Podcast. We're about 27 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and let the live go. If you guys want to check out the podcast, any previous episodes we drop every week on Tuesday. It's Sunday right now. We record. Give me a little day, the next day and a half. You know what I mean? I edit it and put it out. So we try to stay current and give you guys everything that we talk about as soon as we can. Like I said, it felt like it's been a while since we talked to y'all, so we weren't able to touch on some of these topics, like the Facebook downing. You know what I'm saying? Where were you? For like all these kids are gonna get fucking PTSD when they hear about the Facebook challenge. You know, about Facebook, shutting down and shit. So, it is what it is, y'all. Shout out Kazi, Bill Stack, Sparklicious, everybody that was on the IG live. You know what I'm saying? We out. We're going to cut the live off, and we're going to keep it moving on the podcast. See, because everything ain't for everybody. You dig what I'm saying? So, with that being said, why give them all? And what are they going to do? They ain't going to they ain't going to check the link out. They going to think they got all the shit already. It's like, nah, you guys got to go watch the second half. The second half of the game is where all the shit is decided anyways. Don't forget that. So the TikToks, back to what we were talking about. TikTok slap the teacher trend is crazy. Please don't fucking do it, kids. I know I'm sure this podcast is definitely not in your demographic, but please don't fucking do it. Don't do it. It's unnecessary. And there's if you like to do fucking TikToks, there's other goofy shit you could be doing instead of this. This shit right here ain't gonna do nothing but get you a fucking charge. You know what I'm saying? And these teachers out here, you know, they trying to help y'all. Y'all understand we're young. I totally get it. I was a bad kid. I acted up, class clown, you name it. But there's just certain things you don't do, because it's like, yo, every teacher ain't good neither. So I'm not sticking up. I'm not making excuses for no teachers or nothing like that. Every teacher ain't good. But at the same time, it's like the ones that are trying to help you, the ones that are trying to do the job, they got kids too. They got families. They trying to eat. They chose to try to help you and get paid less money than another career option where they could probably get paid more with less stress. They come out their pockets a lot of times just to get this shit for y'all. And if you don't want to be in school, drop out of school and be a boxer or something, you know, but don't be hitting people. You know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back with the no invite PSA and the main motherfucking topic. It's the no invite. Bang, we back. Season 3, the progression. I'm Blaze, in case you didn't fucking know. And yeah, we're back at it. You know, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm enjoying doing the podcast. I think the podcasting thing might just be for me. Who knows? You know, we've yet to be discovered, but that's because, you know what I'm saying, we're underground. We're up and coming, you dig? So since it's a solo thing, I don't want to hit y'all over the head too much with too much I don't want to hit y'all with too much fucking ranting and raving and shit. We're going to keep it compact, but we definitely going to keep it moving. So the PSA, no invite PSAs, has been a staple at I'm gonna say like 10 episodes, you know, and we're lucky, you know what I'm saying? We're trying, I'm talking real, what's it called, but we're really still in the infancy of our whole fucking podcasting situation. So the PSA is beware of unhappy people. And when I say beware of unhappy people, it could mean a lot of different things. Beware doesn't mean like don't fuck with them, because sometimes unhappy people is your family members. You dig what I'm saying? But it's just saying beware because to have knowledge of what you're dealing with. You dig what I'm saying? To have knowledge in who you're dealing with, you know, and why they act the way they do. But it is beware of unhappy people for a lot of different reasons. So the first reason I would say is beware of unhappy people because a lot of times misery loves company, and they want you to either feel really bad for them, and at the same time, when you're happy, they ain't always happy for you. You dig what I'm saying? And you could tell everybody knows that person that constantly complains about everything, is constantly in drama, constantly in the middle of things, always has issues with everyone, always want to argue, want to make things difficult. We're all damaged people, you dig? At the end of the day. But also we have to have some kind of honesty with ourselves about how we act and who we affect. You know, I'm speaking from a person of not only of experience, but you know, speaking to somebody that's still working on themselves, you dig? And that's basically what it's all about, is to work on yourselves. How can you be the best form of yourself that you can be for you to take on and do the shit that you're trying to do in your life? You dig what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So you have to be aware. You have to beware of unhappy people. They could drag you down. They can make you unhappy. They can make you miserable. They could really, it's like, you know, when you're depending on how you live in your life and what you're trying to achieve and aspire, you want to keep people that have the same wavelength as you do. You know, now if you're a happy motherfucker, then you go find you an unhappy bitch, and you guys can both be some unhappy motherfuckers together. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you gotta let people heal, and some people will never heal. Some people are never gonna be different. They're gonna be who they are, no matter what the fuck happens, no matter what they go through. They chose to be like that. They're gonna be either they're bitter, whatever it is. They've embraced that about themselves. So you're not gonna be able to fix people. That's another thing you should remember. You be aware of happy people. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, if it's your family, so what's it called, that you cut them off. You just beware, understand how you deal with these type of people. You know, sometimes the unhappy person in your life, unfortunately, is a family member. And a lot of times when people are unhappy, they cause drama, they cause this, they cause that, and it's like you love them and you know that you know you're loyal to your family always, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta fucking, you know, you gotta put that shit in check, or you gotta limit how much that you're willing to tolerate. You know, you can't. It can't reach to the point where their unhappiness is causing you unhappiness, and their unhappiness is affecting your life. You know what I'm saying? They fucking up your plans or whatever, you know? So beware of unhappy people, you know? They don't know how to be happy. So everything could be perfect for them, and next thing you know, they're finding ways to fuck it up. unhappy people. Beware. You know, they might say they're happy for you, but they're not really happy for you. And they're not really happy for you because it's not personal. They're just not really happy with everybody, including themselves. But the problem is with that is, like I said, what kind of circle are you trying to keep around yourself? I know a lot of people say, I just cut people off and I don't even never look back. I could be that way if it's family, if it's business, whatever is different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's family, I can't be like that. I can't be like that with family. Business is one thing, but I can't be like that with family where I just cut you off. It has to be to a point, like I said, where I know that you're not going to change in what you're doing and the disrespect or whatever it is. That has to limit me being around you. But I'll try for family. But anybody else, I know a lot of times we're just like, fuck everybody. You gotta remember, your circle ain't perfect, and that includes you. You in your circle. You gotta be honest with yourself and figure out what's wrong with you and what you're not doing right, so that you try to work on it, you know, and you try to find ways to deal with it, whatever trauma and bullshit you've been through, right? And at the same time, know your circle and know that how they are and try to understand how they fucking function so that you can still have a circle. Because I don't believe in just being fucking isolated alone. A lot of people's like alone and this and that. No one's really truly alone. It's either family or friends or barely no friends, barely no family. You dig what I'm saying? If not any, you know, that all, and it all changes for people. But yeah, just beware of unhappy people. You know what I mean? Try to make sure that you focus on what's important for you. For what you have to do, your battle plan. Do not wait for other people to make your decisions. Make your own decisions. Do your best to fucking, you know, understand the people that you deal with, so that when you run across these unhappy people, you don't get sucked into that fucking negativity. You dig what I'm saying? And you don't gotta be a cold person either. You don't know what people are going through. So that's kind of the whole thing when I said unhappy people, because there's different degrees of unhappiness. You know, some people are just unhappy with themselves for whatever reason, but they have empathy for you and what you're going through. And then there's people that are unhappy and don't give a fuck about what you're going through as long as they're not unhappy, you know. And I've dealt with them both for, you know what I'm saying? I've seen my share, put it that way, you know, and I try to practice being a better person because of that, because I don't want to be like that with people. You dig what I'm saying? So I think we're all unhappy at one point or another, you know, but where do you go from there? Because you can't stay there. You gotta do something to get out of there. You know what I mean? So that's just a little food for thought. That is the no invite PSA. You dig what I'm saying? Cue the motherfucking applause. And we got our first fucking guest. Our first guest for the year. You know what I'm saying? We got introduce yourself, Pimpin'. You already know.
You already know who it is, man. Jizzle the mayor, if you don't know. Bass shot, bass rock, you know what it is. Mr. Paper Posse Party, you know what I'm saying?
All that, man.
Blacktop Mafia, you know.
Fucking, what do you call that? He is a no invite alumni. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I'm talking about.
He been here. He been rocking with us. So, of course, you know, we got you in at the right time, because I was really, to be honest with you, you want to know what I was gonna do for this clip, and I decided to chalk it. I was gonna do, because this was gonna be a solo podcast, real shit. Like, this is happening, is just happening out of nowhere because we be hella busy. So it's rare that we get a chance to sit down.
For sure.
So this shit really was gonna be me telling a story about when we went to a rave and did acid and fucking and it's hilarious. You know what, matter of fact,
on your Bill Bellamy.
I'm gonna tell you the story, because I said it by myself, but I think it's better when somebody's in there they can give you feedback on it, right?
For sure.
So this is we're not gonna say no names to protect the innocent, because we don't know what I know what these guys are up to, but we don't know what they're into, so I don't want to cause a stain on them. You know, once this goes out to the internet, it's out forever and shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So
Receipts.
I definitely exactly the receipts. That's that new shit. Okay, so back in the day when we were young, we found out we always been on the acid shit. Like we didn't do it a lot, but when it was around, because it would come around like the season, like fireworks and shit. You know what I'm saying? So whenever now and then when it come around, we get a little bit of acid and we trip out and shit. It wasn't nothing major, you know what I mean? So we heard that they were having raves in Oakland. It was called Home Base. And we found out they were having raves out there, right? So we're like, fuck it, let's go to the rave. At the time it was me, my partner, and my other partner, right? Yeah. Partner number 2, like, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you the story after. I'm gonna tell you who when the shit's off. I'll tell you who the partner 1 and partner 2 was, right? So anyway, look, so we're like, okay, funny. And it's us, and we got our girls. Yeah. And then on top of that, the dude that told us about the rave, he's driving. He got a Mustang. So he pulls up. He's like, y'all want to go to a rave, this, that, and other? We're like, hell yeah, fuck it. So we're like, okay, we're going to jump in this car. It's just me and partner 1, partner 2. You gonna slip up. We jump in one car. They jump in the other car with dude that told us about the rave. So it's dude and the female is another car. So we mobbing. We down the freeway, and you know when you get to the interstate right there where you got to change, and you could either go to like Dublin or you could go towards Oakland, towards the tunnel. Walnut Creek. Yeah. So we get there, and this motherfucker driving, acting a fool and shit, trying to yoke in high side, trying to race with the Mustang. He in a motherfucking Camry. You dig what I'm saying? Acting stupid, wasn't paying attention, and we split up. And this was back in the day. I'm pretty sure where it was abrupt or we were just terrible drivers. It was one or the other. But we went the other way towards Dublin. They went towards Oakland. Now, I'm going to date myself because this was before the times of cell phones like that. So motherfuckers had pagers. You dig what I'm saying? So for anybody that was born in 2000 up, a pager is basically something where it was like a cell phone, but it was like a voicemail box on your hip. People could text you or leave you a voicemail like, yo, call me back. That's when the little hood rat bitches, they had the fucking music. They put their favorite love song on there. The codes, yeah. You would text a bitch a code like, bitch, 187 on that pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit, like
911,
69, 187, what else? 143, I love you.
81764, that's bitch.
Yeah, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, when we split up at the intersection part, right at the interstate, they went off. We're like, fuck it, we're gonna flip a bitch. We got the address, we know where we're going. We'll meet them there. So we get there. We're probably only like 10 minutes behind them. You know, they kept going to Oakland, obviously. So we get to Oakland, we get to home base, and it's cracking.
It's lit.
It's cracking. 4 stories of raves, different sounds. And it's not a small rave, it's big. It's big as fuck, bro, for real. It's my first rave, and it wasn't even the biggest rave that they had, but it was pretty big for it to be right there where it was at in Oakland. So we pull up. We're like, damn, how the fuck? It's so deep, bro. Like, you're shoulder to shoulder walking through the crowd. Like, there was no... You had to, like, bump into people to walk through. Like, it wasn't like you could just... had a clear lane. There was so many people. It was ridiculous. And then people be forming them human chains where they lock arms with each other because they're in a group. Yeah. And they like snakes through the crowd. You know what I'm saying? To get to where they're going so they don't lose their people. Because it's easily, bro, we could be walking and... a whole current of people come this way and they...
you get lost in that shit.
Yeah, sweep you away and shit. You know what I'm saying? So...
For sure.
You know, we get there and we're like, okay, we got if we're gonna look for the girls, we got to do it right. We pull up to the first guy that we see that looks like he's holding, and we're like, "What's up, bro? We need some acid." So we buy 3 tabs of acid. You know what I'm saying? He had it. See how my instincts are good. I ain't gonna tell you my life hacks. Just know that I know. You dig what I'm saying? And when you know, you know. So you know where to look, man. You dig what I'm saying?
For real.
So we took 3 tabs of acid. We walk around, had to be for like 2 hours looking. And you gotta remember, like I said, there's so many fucking people.
And you said it's floors?
Floors. Oh, and on top of that, there's so many people, it's like you're looking at a fucking Where Waldo poster. Like, you don't know who the fuck is where.
That's exactly how I'm picturing it. Like, hella motherfuckers.
Like crowded. Picture like a football game, but even more crowded, bro. Like, at least football game, you got the chairs and seats and the aisles to separate you. There was no separating, bro. As soon as you walk in there, you're in the pack, and you gotta be like, I'm loving it because I'm just pushing motherfuckers out.
Like a mosh pit party. Straight mosh pit. Partying in the mosh pit.
For the most part, most people ain't trying to like knock you over, but it's just so many people. Like, if you put a certain crowd pushes one way, you're gonna feel them push it. You know what I mean?
Like, what the fuck?
So anyways, we got the acid. We took it. We walking around. We're thinking, okay, we're gonna find these girls. I don't know what the fuck we're thinking with that many people, but we had to try. You feel what I'm saying? Because then they were gonna be bullshitting like you guys just left us or whatever. About an hour and a half passes by, and I won't feel nothing. And I asked partner 1. And I asked partner 2. I'm like, do you guys feel anything? Am I tripping? Because we paid, dude. It's not like he gave it to us. We paid money for it. So they were like, nah, I don't feel shit. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I didn't like that.
So
we're
like,
at all, the focus shifted from we gonna find the girls to we finna find dude. We finna press him for our shit, and he's either gonna give us our money back or it's gonna be a problem. Then he ain't gonna have nothing for sale. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it was one or the other. Because we mad. We like, bro, you know, we gave you what you wanted. What you asked for. What was your price? We paid it. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't get what we wanted. We didn't get what we paid for.
So it must have been the universe or something or whatever, guiding me toward this divine, either that or my expert tracking skills. But after like another 30 minutes of looking for this motherfucker, we found him. And if you know that he was easily recognizable to be found. And anybody that does raves knows the lingo. Anyways, so hootie hoo. So check it out. We find him and we press him. We're like, hey, bro, check this shit out. That shit you sold us was fake. I'm gonna need my money or I'm gonna need something. You gotta have to make this shit right. You're not leaving here until this shit's fixed. And he was like, oh man, hell no, it can't be fake. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, it's fake. Well, I don't feel nothing. Do we look like we frying right now? And he was like, no. He was like, okay, well look.
No.
Because you see this shit all the time. Bro. Right? Y'all play stupid because, you know what I'm saying? You could tell the difference. Well, nobody wants to press anybody on acid. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers want to chill and have some fun or something, whatever, right?
Oh, shit.
So look, we press through. We're like, check this out, man. Run it, make it right. What it is it? He pulls out one of those blue spearmint sticks of gums, Winter Fresh.
Yeah.
And he breaks it in 3 pieces and gives it to us. He goes, take the gum out and hold it out. And we all did that. And he had like a dropper. And when he did, he said, do. He squeezed a couple of drops because really only one tab is a drop. So he squeezed like a couple of taps on each one of ours. He goes, bro, take this. He goes, I promise you. He goes, if you don't feel this, you can have everything. I'll give you all my shit. You can have whatever, all my money, everything. He goes, I promise you. I'm like, and we looked at each other, we're like,
he made sure y'all.
He made sure we were gonna press him again, right? I mean, you can't be, when you make it right, you gotta make it all the way right. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga said,
Yeah. So okay, we like bust it. Fuck it. We chewed it right in front of him, so he can't say that we left and we tried. You know what I mean? Chewed it right in front of him. He's probably looking at us like, damn, you guys are about to be fucked up and shit, right? We spent like another hour and a half looking for the girls. Can't find
y'all
them.
didn't even ask the what bitches.
This is all happening. We still ain't even seen the girls yet. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even see the girls yet. So look, check it out. So then we walking around looking for him still. Still don't feel nothing. About another hour we walking. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm like, bro, I'm ready to go home now. We done been walking around for like 3 fucking hours. I was like, I'm ready to go home now. But if we see that dude on the way out, we finna knock his ass out on the way out. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna, I'm too tired to look for him. But if we see him on the way out, we finna beat his fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So, just imagine if we would have caught him. Just think of this point, and then when you finish the whole story, then you'll know that this point was pivotal for us not finding him. He was lucky. The Lord was with him. You dig what I'm saying? So look, so we walk on our way out. We don't see him. We don't see the girls. We're like, man, fuck. We jump in the, what's it called? And that's loud. Remember, it's loud at a rave. So we jump in the car. We're like, man, I'm hungry. These are those. Let's go get something to eat. Jack in the Box down the street. Jack in the Crack. You feel me? The late night, the hunger reducer.
Man.
So we get down to Jack in the Box. Partner 1 is driving. Partner 2 is sitting shotgun. You feel me? And partner 2 is rolling up a joint. So he rolling. We ordered our food. By the time we're done ordering, we smoking and we're waiting in line. It was kind of crowded. It's after the rave, obviously. So there's people out getting their Jack in the Box in too. By the time we finished getting from ordering to the window, all that acid kicked in, bro. And all that acid kicked in because the joint brought it out. You know what I'm saying? Once we got high, bro, I felt all that shit, bro. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, why is this happening now? I'm like, so now you know why I said it's a good thing we didn't find him, because we would have beat him up and the shit was actually working. It was kind of like on delay and the fucking weed made it kick all in. So I'm like, bro, how do y'all feel? And he's like, bro, I looked at both of them. They're like, bro, all that, I feel all that shit now. And this is all happening just in the line waiting to get our food. So we get our food and we're fucking smacked. We're like, bro, how the fuck are we gonna make it home? Because we drove out here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, this is bad. I was like, at the same time, this is Oakland. We just gonna park somewhere and be frying all fucking night. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't, we got to get back to the spot. So, we check the pagers. Obviously, the pagers were getting blown up. We're getting blown up. You know what I mean? Phone number, I don't know who the fuck it is. We jump on the freeway. Now, this is where it gets interesting, right?
Oh, my God.
Because partner 1's driving. Partner 2's sitting shotgun. And I'm sitting behind partner 1 in the back seat. we do like this because we're like, hell no, bro. It's like, we know how it is. It's easy to get carried away and forget what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So it's him driving. I'm over this, over his shoulder, like, and then partner 2 sitting shotgun is like this, like right where he's at, like on his shoulder too, like trying to look. And all 3 of us are really looking. We're like, fucking, all 3 of us is driving this fucking car home tonight. Like we getting home, and there was a couple times we was driving, and partner 2 out of nowhere had to go pull the wheel a little to the right. And I know that shit.
But y'all had each other though. That's the shit.
We had each other though. We already knew. And if you do ask it, like all the fairy tale shit about leprechauns and dragons, that's bullshit. Anybody that ever says that they seen that, I know they didn't do it because that's not what it is. It's just it's different. It's not like that. But at least I ain't did enough for it to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very minimal person when it comes to that shit. I don't dabble a lot. So then we drove. We made it all the way home. We get to the spot and the girls are there.
Yeah.
So we're like, we pull up and they mad at us. It turns out when we separated, they flipped a bitch and went back home. So the whole time we out there.
He done dropped them off and came back.
No, we went home. He went all the way to the house. See, that dude, yeah. When we came back from Jack in the Box and driving all the way home, they were home already.
Oh, they was home.
They were home. And what happened was the minute that they seen us spread up on the freeway, they flipped a bitch and went back home.
Oh, shit.
So they're like, where the fuck were y'all? We're like, bro, we're at the fucking rave looking for y'all the whole night. And then we were like all fucking smacked. So they were looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, because if they were there, they'd know, but they weren't there. So, and the whole time, the whole reason why we even fucking went was to make sure we caught up with them and shit. This shit was just a mind fuck, bro. At the end of the day, we made it. We survived. I know it wasn't a good, safe thing to do. We were being young and reckless, but it was one of the funniest fucking moments in my life, bro. Like,
movie.
And partner 1 and partner 2, y'all know who you are. I won't say your name. Now, if they want to come on here, they listen to the podcast and they want to reveal themselves so they can. But that shit was so funny, man. And that's like one of those adventures that I never forget. So that's kind of what I wanted. That was my little story. It was story time with Blaze. But, you know what I mean? That was the segment that we're doing. You know what I mean?
That was hella fun. You gotta do a whole music video
God.
about that now. Bro, the video gotta be that.
Bro, and the logic, it was so crazy because like we were really gonna thrash, dude. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
what? It can't be, bro.
He was like, hell no. He goes, that shit's real. I was like, and he was pressed. Like, he was like, oh hell no, man, come on, man. He goes after he gave us that, he's like, I'm telling you, this ain't it. You know what I mean?
You can have it all.
You can have it all. But you know we weren't gonna find him neither, because probably after that he left. He goes like, this motherfuckers is crazy. You feel me? I'm out of here. He wasn't exactly the fucking he wasn't exactly like the most toughest guy. You feel me? Like I said, that's why we didn't beat him up though. 'Cause we're like, come on, bro, just make this shit right. Like now, like I said, I'm glad that we didn't catch him on the way out, because I would have felt bad after we stomp him out and then we go get a burger.
Oh, shit, go get a burger and that shit kick in.
Yeah, that shit kick in, and we're just like, damn, bro. Like, damn.
That's
but anyways, that was
bro.
Story Time with Blaze. Hope y'all enjoy it. Laugh at my pain. You know what I'm saying? If I could make y'all feel better through my misfortunes and things and my adventures in life, then hey, it is what it is. But anyways, we got Jizzle in the house, man. You just dropped the EP, bro. I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about the EP, and what's the title? Like, tell me about it.
Smoking. So shit, the EP is just me and Smack. I be going over there smoking. He make a beat. I go crazy. So that's really where it came from, man. That
producer,
nigga
right?
smoking. Yeah. He rap too. He do a lot of shit. That nigga dope. But he produced all this. I just went in.
That shit's hard, bro.
Right on. Appreciate it, bro.
You dropped that shit and you showed me. I downloaded
bro.
that immediately, and I was just slapping it on the ride home. And I didn't get to slap it all at once, but then when I did finally get a chance, I was like, oh, this shit's good. And the thing I like about it, it's like a 4-piece, right?
Yeah.
But it's all the songs sound like they go together. It sounds like the best way I could describe it, like a little mini audio movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my goal lately. Like, make an audio movie out of that shit. So that's the next thing, is to make a little 4-piece mini movie out of that shit.
Yeah, and I think that you and Smack got a real good chemistry. His beats are exactly like the shit that you like. You know what I mean? I feel well, at least I feel like, because when I heard him, I'm like, oh yeah, bro, and it's different. Yeah. Because he'll use samples that are known, but he'll use them in a different fucking way that you ever heard.
Yeah.
Like you're like, damn, like I ain't never heard it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it ain't
dope.
obvious.
He dope with it, bro. We be over there tweaking. We be over there just smoking and vibing, bro. That's how that shit came about, though.
Oh yeah, man. Where were you when the Facebook, Instagram went out? You know, when it went offline. Where were you when the Great Depression kicked in?
That was a Monday, right?
That was a Monday. It was last Monday.
I was tweaking. I'm like, my shit, y'all deleted this shit. Like, my phone tripping, because my phone be tripping like that anyway. Like, so you feel me? Like, my signal and all that shit.
I was a little upset.
I be having to cut off my Wi-Fi and shit. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was a little upset because I've had my fucking I've had my page hacked and taken down before. Yeah. And I woke up. I'm like, oh no, not again.
They got me again.
They got me again. The haters is real. And I told my girl, I was like, yo, check my Instagram, man. See, make sure my shit functioning and shit. And hers was down too. So I was like, all right, fuck. Good.
We Gucci.
They took a day off for the hating. You know what I'm saying? They weren't hating 24/7, even though they do that shit anyways. But
that
yeah,
shit was crazy.
I was talking about that shit earlier in the podcast. That's why, because you know we come from that generation, bro, where we're like not really. We've come without it. We're like in that middle generation, you know. We grew up without it, but we also grew up with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people were stressing, and then I also was tripping because it's like, bro, you don't realize how much power Instagram and Facebook have just in connection alone. Because, you know, I also sell shirts and shit. And I was like, damn, how the fuck I'm going to show people now where my new shit's at? Like, where am I going to go to promote this? Like now I really, like, even then, it's like I got to text people. I got to see them on the streets and give them, like, here's the website. Go see them. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't like I could DM them or, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a while, Adam. Chop it up, check out my shit. It's like none of that. So,
damn, that's why that old school shit don't never go out. I always tell my pops and my brother, like, bro, the street team shit still matters, bro. Yeah. To a degree. Yeah. It still matters.
And I think people got a glimpse of that, bro.
It still matters, especially with this pandemic shit. Like, that shit still matters. Hand-to-hand contact, touching the people, being out there.
Yeah, because small businesses, like the ones that had buildings, they struggled. But people that were working out of their home and had a small business, but they made money during the pandemic too, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They made a lot of money. And I feel like right now with shit like that, for instance, that alone by itself, that whole Instagram shit could hurt those businesses because, once again, you don't have a brick and mortar like what somebody else does.
Exactly.
Okay, their Instagram's down, but you could just go walk to their store.
Exactly.
So it kind of, you know, you started to see the effect of what no Instagram, no Facebook, and that was just one day. Imagine, like, if it went down for a month. You know what I mean? All the businesses to function off of that. A lot of people would be struggling. You know what I'm saying? They'd have to be doing. Because I know what I do.
Yeah, I have to reset like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it'd be a reset because I know for sure what I do, and selling merchandising especially, I have to have what's it called? You know what I mean?
What
I have to
social media platform?
I have to have like social media that's platform to sell. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a website page, but social media is so direct, bro.
For sure.
It's not only just a way for people to find your stuff, but also for you to entice people to spend money with you. Like, look at this style, look at this fashion, look at this whatever, look at this whole scene. So I was like, damn. I was like, that's how you know they have a lot of power, bro.
Yeah, for sure. A lot
of power. And Mark Zuckerberg, you know what I mean? He
lost some cheese, they say.
He lost like $7 billion.
That's
crazy.
In
just that like
a
5
day.
hours. Not even a day, like 5-6 hours, bro.
But nigga, that shit ain't shit. That nigga cool. Yeah.
Well, think about it like this, because have you ever watched the social media movie?
Yeah.
Remember when he goes like, Facebook could never go down. If it goes down, he was making a whole big deal out of it. Yeah. And it's because all the money that the people pay for advertising, those are basically, they're like, we don't pay you for that. No more.
They don't pay you.
Yeah. And I was tripping out on that. I was like, damn, this shit.
5 hours was hella advertisement, hella marketing, hella time that motherfuckers paid for. They was on hella shareholders.
Just imagine
like,
worldwide. It ain't just It ain't just United States or California.
It's worldwide.
And then this whole past week was like all about Facebook, really, if you think about it, early in the week, because also that lady came out and she testified in Congress about the whistleblower from Facebook saying that they knew that it's hella bad for kids and it causes disruptions in other societies and it causes hate amongst people And she gave up the goods, my nigga. She went on there and told him everything about what was going on. And
we already motherfucking critical thinkers already know.
I mean, they know that, and that's the thing. Zuckerberg and them, they know that already. People that are critical thinkers know that too, because it's like it was talking about all the negative effects, like it has negative effects on women, their image, their confidence, their psyche and shit. We've been saying that. Remember, we've been saying that before this study came out. We knew that because we watching it live and direct. The effects of people going Instagram and social media crazy to the point where they doing too much on that motherfucker, too much of their business.
Yeah.
But yeah, she came out now and shit, and it was funny because that came out this week. The offline shit came down for Facebook and them, and it's looking like shit, bro. They might just change the game with that, bro. They might just make it like you have to be a certain age, because they're having hearings in Congress, obviously, because they're trying to figure out what to do about this situation, because Facebook is very powerful, bro. And what the lady also was saying is that they would make it a purpose to put Facebook in other countries that are not as developed, or that are not that what's it called? They put them in other countries that are unstable, because they know that they're gonna tear. Yeah, because they gonna
soak up all that shit.
It just boggles me sometimes how much people take everything on Facebook and run with it, and it's like this is law. And I really have a theory that these people that can't get canceled, all that cancel culture shit, a lot of it is bots that post certain things and say certain things, like a smear campaign, and then it eventually gets real people amped up and following, and then it really becomes a thing of propaganda, bro. I really feel like that's what it is, and that's what the lady was talking about on the shit. So it's deep right now. They're probably gonna try to regulate on Facebook, and it's gonna change for like different, the whole complexion of probably how social media is, period. Because
that's raining.
Yeah, they were saying that they knew that they could tell by their data.
But they always do this shit 20 years after shit been out.
Yeah,
like, you feel me?
They
like
get like their run.
Yeah, bro. You know how it goes.
Money.
Everybody get their money. Now we're gonna say something.
Now we're gonna regulate it and get our money.
Yeah.
And that's why
we're gonna control it now.
Because they were saying, like, it got deep what she was talking about, though. That's why I brought it up. I was like, because we deal with the light part of it, you feel me? But we've seen with the elections and stuff like that what they're capable of. And she said that during this election, they put on an algorithm that helped cut out a lot of negativity and a lot of argument and bipartisan shit just for the election, right? But think about it. When it was before that, Trump was pumping a lot of shit. Yeah, they were fact and all that shit, right? And she said that, but as soon as the election was over, they took it off. So all the hate shit and all this stuff, all that shit crept back on Facebook. Like, you know,
I don't see none of that shit. What's the secret Trump supporters? I don't see none of that shit no more. I don't see none of the Epstein shit. None of that shit no more. Yeah. I ain't forgot, but I just be peeping like that's crazy, bro.
And that's why it's like,
they
imagine
think y'all stupid.
Yeah, and imagine having a platform where you could influence so many people to do so much just by allowing certain propaganda and bullshit to play on your shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy how much power they got, bro. And
that's why they keep snatching Boosie shit.
Yeah,
see how much power that nigga got.
They probably got exactly.
That's why they put him in jail. Shit, CEOs, fuck them. Police, fuck them. Nigga, that was our shit.
Yeah.
Let's throw this nigga in jail.
And see, the thing is that ever since they started the algorithm shit, that's why it's been like that. Because now the algorithm, you could click on one thing that's negative and be like, oh, I don't like that, and keep it moving. And now it's starting, it remembers that, and it starts feeding you more of that. Little by little, you'll start seeing shit like, bro, I don't even like that. Why do I keep seeing this Trump shit? Because they took away, remember, the option to see what your friends like. Mm-hmm. So then that took away a lot of different shit, took a lot of odd shit out there. But it was also kind of good because you see, like, who the fuck likes this shit? And then you go look and be like, damn, that fool's kind of weird. Like, you know, it gave you an opportunity to look at shit, right? Like, okay, like, who's what? But it's still trying to feed you. The algorithm is trying to think for you.
Yeah, I see that.
It's trying to think, oh, like, you'll like this or you'll like this. No, how the fuck, you know, I liked it just because I clicked on it or I looked at it too long. You know what I mean? That don't mean I like this shit.
Then, you know, hella shit stop popping up and you won't realize until you like, man, I ain't seen that nigga page in hella long, or like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because
you gotta go to it.
You ever wonder how some people are just not cancelable, but other people could get canceled real fast?
Yeah.
And you gotta think about what kind of power do they have? The baby. he has power, but he doesn't have that much power because he hasn't been in the industry long enough.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? He's been doing this thing, and he's a new star, and he carries some weight, but he doesn't carry weight that other people that been established already.
Like
Drake or,
for instance, they like Dave Chappelle, how they trying to cancel him, but nigga, he's a boss. You can't cancel niggas like that.
Certain people like. I feel like also at the same time it's like I said, it's like it'd be like smear campaigns.
It do. It straight up do.
It'd be like smear campaign, like, oh, we're gonna get this guy out the way for whatever reason.
Cause he's cool and I'm not.
Or whatever. Or whatever. No, like think of it on a bigger level. Like this is me putting my conspiracy hat on. You dig what I'm saying? But think of it on another level. Like let's say because they do bots also with streaming, right? Get fake streams and get their streams. And they buy streams. So. Think of it like this. Say I own a company and we're in charge of that type of stuff that dabbles in that type of bots and creating that type of service, right? And I'm like, yo, I got an artist coming out, or I did a business proposition with dude and he backed out or whatever. I got a grudge against somebody. I'm going to sick my bots on him to start a smear campaign. And you know how gullible and following people be are all on fucking Instagram. And all it takes is one little thing and they magnify it and make it look bigger than what it is.
For real, just like...
take it out of context. And hopefully the smear campaign works and it gets that person out the way, or it stops their bag for a little bit for whatever reason that the whoever sick these bots. That's how I really feel like that should be working, bro. Because now it's like you start looking at the whole game. It's like it's different now. It ain't like that before. True independence back in the day was like the only restriction was just your hustle. You know what I mean? You could get around and still make a lot of good money and sell records hand to hand, face to face, place to place, and go around a lot of motherfucking shit. Now, since it's all streaming, you're basically going through another site that's a third party. They count your money before you get to count it.
And they're in cahoots with the labels.
So they could pump and blow up who they want to. The label be like, y'all put money behind this cat. What's up? Like.
So that's why you have to do other shit besides music.
You gotta do other organic shit,
Yeah, to get the attention to your music and all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got their hand in your pot.
They do. They got their hand in your pocket. And they looking at you like, why are you here?
What you mad at?
Like you know what I'm saying? They're like, where you going? Nah. You feel me? They looking at you like Debo, you know what I'm saying? So just know that. Just a little interesting bit of content, you know, I want to share with them. You got anything else coming up that you trying to talk, you know what I mean? That you trying to let the viewers know? Because, you know, you come and check in more often, I think, than anybody. We said it already on the last podcast. So, you know, it's always good to know what you got going on and what you up to. And
I got these visuals finna come for y'all soon, brethren.
Yes.
Very soon.
Smoking visuals.
I'm mixing it up. I'm everywhere with it.
Because you got a lot of other music that, too, not just
I still want to do videos from old projects, you know.
Me too.
Old shit, so
see,
this shit just gonna start coming out of nowhere. You're gonna be like, oh yeah.
You got the producer now. All you need is the cameraman on the team, bro, and like one or two other components, bro. And you could really like just start churning them out, you know? That's the hard part.
I gotta just get all my brothers in one spot, because I'm realizing everything a nigga thought he needed, I already got. All my people, everybody, we just spread it the fuck out. You feel me? Everybody's schedule, woo. But motherfuckers want to do what they want to do. We gonna have to get this shit together.
Yeah, bro.
You know what
we
I'm saying?
come together, bro. We're like a fist. You feel me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you know, all the little resources and the shit that I do, I always tell you know, we share everything, bro. When it comes to that, like anything you need and vice versa. If you know some new shit and you got some. You know, we powwow, bro. We really talk about this stuff because this is stuff that we put in motion, whether it's now or later on down the line. So we be having these power meetings, smoke a little something, and talk that pod talk, bro. Where can they find you at?
Man, Jizzle the Mayor, 2 P's on the IG, man. Cash out Mayor Mansa Musa, man. Holla at me.
Yeah,
cash me out, man. I'm talking about.
If you got it, suck it to his pocket is what he's saying.
Suck it. If you know me, you owe me.
It's real.
If you know me, you owe me.
Exactly. Man, what's it called? Smoking EP out right now, right?
Smoking EP out. I might fuck around and get y'all deluxe. I don't know.
I think
Smoking EP out. Smoking EP coming out soon. Coming out soon.
Yes, sir. Well, that's what it is. No Invite Podcast Season 3, The Progression. That's the title of it. We're episode 53. We officially, we didn't count the relaunch the first season because we were only on the SoundCloud app and YouTube. So that was just the relaunch was just to see if we could maintain some consistency. Last week, out of 56 weeks, we did 52 podcasts. Last year. So every year we do a different season. So this is season 3 right here. It's still counting though. We're still ticking. So we're at 53 right now. We did 51. We did 51 podcasts actually on season 1. We're at 53 now on season 3. Season 2 now in season 3. So shout out to us. We keeping it consistent for y'all. It's just another vehicle to get me where I'm trying to go and get on my people and build our own platform. Since this is like some of the very few things that we could still control, the podcast, the independent game. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. You can also check for us on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Just Google, or type No Invite Podcast. Subscribe, rate us, leave us a review. I don't care, slander us, it don't fucking matter to me. Also, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel at RiBirth Media Films. It's RiBirth Media Films. Of course, we want you to listen to this podcast wherever you listen to. But if you really support us, listen to it on the motherfucking on the YouTube, because that's where we get the real money. And even with that, YouTube don't pay a lot of money. So fuck y'all. So it is what it is. We just trying to get it, y'all. And we trying to get it in the right way. No Invite Podcast. We out.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.